All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Guna Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time is to talk about our wonderful performance, Arsenal versus Chelsea, where Arsenal won 2-0. In a game where, to be honest with you, I thought we played pretty well from really start to finish. It was a fantastic performance. And to be honest with you, going into the game, I was always pretty confident. You'll know that from my preview. I didn't really think we were going to lose before the game. I think it was, for me, it was more of a case of would we win rather than shit, what happens if we lose? And we won and we played well. To me, nothing about the game particularly surprised me. I knew that Chelsea would put in effort. Their movement is always very good. The problem with for Chelsea playing us these days is their style has completely changed, and the way they play football now suits us. We like that type of shit, and especially today they didn't have a classic number 9 because they didn't go with Giroud. Obviously, Morata's up on the way out, and Higuain, if he's about to come in, it was way too late for this game. So they didn't really have that kind of big presence, that typical kind of presence that someone like Koscielny struggles with. Today, Hazard was quiet as ever. I remember him going on a run and then got left on the floor. But yeah, you take that, motherfucker. I think I forgot when you left Coquelin on the floor looking like an idiot. So I particularly enjoyed that one. But no, for me, I thought it was a good performance. And you know what impressed me more than anything? Yeah, there were really good performances from, I thought Aaron Ramsey, particularly in the first half, was very good. I thought Guendouzi, for the crap Guendouzi's been getting in the last few weeks, turned in a fantastic performance. Lacazette was very, very good, led the line really well, got himself a really good goal. I thought Xhaka wasn't terrible, to be honest. I actually thought he was pretty feisty today. For all of that, though, to me, and this is someone that I've personally gone on record here to say he's finished as a player, Koscielny. I think Ola, more than anyone, wanted me to do that. And that's more in favor of Ola, because I know Ola, literally every other tweet today was about Koscielny to me. But no, to be fair to him, Koscielny was fantastic today. Roll back the motherfucking years today. He really did. And I think you can tell with Koscielny that he sets the tone for us in terms of whenever he plays. So if he plays well, as we saw today, generally the defense will play well. If he plays badly, as we saw last week, generally the defense will play badly. And that it was as simple as that, really. He's the captain, he's the leader, and he played like a leader today. I was very proud of his performance, and I was very proud of the team generally. I honestly, that was the most defensive, why it was my favorite performance of this season, and why I've gone with the title that I've gone with for this video. Is for me, defensively, it was a fantastic performance. Don't get it twisted, people. Did they have a chance to score? Of course, this wouldn't be Arsenal Football Club if they didn't have a chance to score. Did they hit the woodwork? Yeah, they kind of did. But if you're really being honest, was there ever a time that you honestly sat there and thought, you know what, these motherfuckers are about to score? There was a period in the second half, and I tweeted it at the time, where Chelsea started putting a lot of pressure on us. But even then, I was fairly relaxed. I just thought to myself, just stay focused and we'll be all right. And then I noticed that they just continued focusing. You know, they continued focusing and said, all right, cool, Chelsea, we're going to come at it. Let's go. Let's go. Come, we're ready. And just almost rope-a-dope them. So come on, bring it. Let's go. I'm right here. Come on. Try and knock my head off. And they had nothing. They really had nothing. And as I've always said about Chelsea, unless Hazard feels like he wants to play, then Chelsea will feel like they want to play. If Hazard feels like he's having an Ozil day, wants to take a day off, then Chelsea will take a day off. And that's what we saw today. But yeah, to me, all the credit in the world. And this is where I think Arsenal fans are kind of ridiculous, right? One guy that's followed me for a little while on Twitter, never had an issue with this brother at all. And I put a tweet out because I think sometimes, as much as I have a platform here to criticize the boys when they don't do well, I feel like I should give the boys props when they do well. They've done well today. To me, defensively, they were great. They were pressing again. It was nice to see us pressing again because for some reason, the last few weeks, we've moved away from that. Whereas today, we were bang on the pressing. And I think that told. I think it shocked Chelsea in the first half. But, you know, for me, I like to give the boys credit when they deserve it. And I came out with a tweet today that said, you know, this was my favorite performance of the season, more than the 5-1 at home to Fulham, more than the 1-1 at home to Liverpool, because today it was a must-win situation. And let's be real here, it was if we had any aspirations for that top four, it was a must-win game today against the Chelsea side. And I've always said this, that ain't that impressive. I felt it was a winnable game, especially at the Emirates. I mean, arguably, we should have won the Stamford Bridge one. So I thought to myself, at least let's show them what should have happened in that Stamford Bridge game. And they did. Credit to the boys. And that was the only point I wanted to make. Credit to the boys. Was it a flawless performance? Which I think is what he thought I said. Was it No, it wasn't a flawless performance, but it was a really good one, considering where we came from last week to this week. Credit to the motherfucking boys. That was all I said, right? Then this guy, oh, well, if you're trying to say that, that, you know, that if Chelsea felt like playing, then they could have blown us away today. We were lucky. That's like saying to somebody, oh, well, if you were late to the test, then you wouldn't have got an A star. Or if you turned right instead of turning left, then I guess you would have been late for your driving test, or you wouldn't pass your driving test. What do you mean? So I turned left. What's the fucking problem? Give the boys credit for their performances, and I'll give them shit for when they play shit. So I muted his punk ass. The way I see it is, say what the fuck you want on your Twitter, but don't come to me on my shit and start talking that shit and then acting surprised when I'm saying when I'm telling you that, oh well, you know, if you don't want to give the boys credit, then maybe you shouldn't support. Maybe Arsenal's the wrong club for you, son, because you ain't going to get a flawless performance from Arsenal. It's not going to happen. So if you can't give the boys credit when they deserve credit, then bounce. Especially bounce off my fucking feed if you're going to talk that shit. I'm going to name and shame him because he's not normally notorious for talking that shit. So I ain't going to name and shame the brother. But the way I see it is, I muted him because I ain't dealing with that nonsense. That bullshit is this. Too grown for that. Oh, anyway, look at me ranting and Arsenal have performed well. It's indicative of our fan base at the moment. You've got some people that are trying to make themselves, for the want of a better word, the new fucking DT, you know, trying to create this Emirates out brigade, all this nonsense. And then you have some fans that are dead against Ozil no matter what. And you have some fans that are completely with Ozil no matter what. And you have just normal fans that are caught in the middle of all this nonsense. It's just ridiculous. Support the team first. First. This is why I've started to take on the pseudonym of Arsenal fanboy. Because you can be a Mesut Ozil fanboy. If supporting Mesut Ozil first more than anyone else is your thing, power to you. Go ahead. Do your thing. If supporting Arsene Wenger first, and I know I've mentioned his name, but it's worth the pound. Supporting him is the most important thing to you, power to you. Go and do your thing. But here on my channel, on my Twitter, or on my Instagram, or on my Patreon, I'm Arsenal fan first. Simple as that. Come to me with that bullshit. Anyway, people, sorry. Motherfucker just wound me the fuck up. I was just about to come on here and just wound me the fuck up. So I thought I'd just like to use this, air myself, air my grievances, and just go. But in an hour or two, I'll fucking forget it. I just wanted to air my grievances. But you guys let me know what you think. I'm going to do a show tomorrow, my player rating show. I'll have all sorts of people on tomorrow. Now, Sunday's always a good night to do these shows because, you know, Sunday night, you're kind of in that kind of, oh, shit, I've got work tomorrow type of mode. And the one thing that you always want to do is listen to me or people on my show rabbiting. I know that Lou's at the game today, so I'm going to try and see if he's available to jump on tomorrow. I'm going to see if Ola's available. I'll see if maybe someone else is available. I'm trying to get Claude back on. So I know you guys loved Claude's performance before. For the people who heard it, I don't know what the fuck happened with that video, but by all means, I'll try and get him back on, and hopefully we'll assess the game together and give everybody a mark out of 10. He's always watching the shows on Sunday, so I'm going to see if I can get him on tomorrow. All right, people. If you like this video, crush the like button. I apologize for ranting about people on Twitter. I really shouldn't bring it to you guys, but it's actually made me feel better. But if you like this video, crush the like button. If you have any comments about the game, who was your man of the match? I'm really curious to find out. Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you're listening to me for the first time, hit that subscribe button. I always bring shows about, you know, matches. I always do previews, reviews, player ratings, chopping blocks, and I'm going to do a chopping block tomorrow as well. So stay tuned for that. Also, for my Patreon guys, I have four videos in the can for you. So I'm going to put that on straight after the show. So keep an eye out on that. And if you're wondering what my Patreon is, check it out. It's in the link in the description. $5 a month gets you access to all different types of shows. Arsenal shows, shows about me reviewing movies. Me and Lee are going to be getting together sometime in the next couple of weeks and doing a Q&A thing, one on his Patreon, one on mine. So give us both a subscribe. It'd be worth it, I promise. And that's pretty much it from us. So we're out of here. Take care. Up the Arsenal fanboy always. Peace.